How to change the brakes on a Toyota Celica GT4. First, remove the brake line bracket using a 12mm socket. This will give you access to the caliper bolts. Next, remove the 17mm caliper bolts. After removing the calipers, use something to hang them up so you don't break the brake line. A tip for removing the caliper bolts: leverage is king. Use a breaker bar to get them off. An impact gun doesn't work as well. Remove the rotor. If it's seized, use a massive sledgehammer and beat it to death. Or, use two M8 bolts to screw into the rotor and push it off. Wished I thought of this before destroying that rotor. Remove the brake line from the caliper using a 14mm socket and drain the fluid in a Bojangles sweet tea container. For the front brakes, there is an inner and outer brake line. If you are changing the brake lines, you will need to remove the outer line first by taking it off the bracket by prying the clips holding it into the bracket. Just use a flathead and twist to work it loose. There are two clips you need to remove. For the inner brake line, the line is attached to a bracket with two 10mm bolts. To remove the line, make sure to use a 10mm flare nut wrench so you don't strip the brake fitting like I did. Take your time. The brake fittings are super soft and will strip under excessive force. Heating it with a torch and cooling it rapidly is the best way to remove these fittings without damaging it. To install your new brake pads, remove the pin clip and push out the two sliding pins on the caliper. Once they're off, you can remove the old brake pads. When you remove the brake pads from the calipers, clean or replace the shims. They will be very dirty. I recommend these stainless steel ones that I got from N-Works. He sells them on eBay for around $80 for a full set. The craftsmanship is very good. The GT4 shares the same brake pads as the MK4 Supra. I went with the EBC yellow stuff for the brake pads. Here's the part number. For the rotors, I am using M-Tech rotors with the J-hook pattern on them. They're coated black. I got them from the UK. For the brake lines, I am installing Safe Brake stainless steel brake lines from Australia. Their kit includes the inner and outer lines, including copper washers and brackets. However, you will need a pre-made or custom brake line that you can bend to connect the two lines up front. The OEM one will not work and is very hard to bend. I just made my own using a kit I got off Amazon. Here I had to add a new brake fitting because I stripped the old one. This is extremely hard to do. Avoid having to do this if possible. It's very hard to flare the OEM brake lines because the metal is so hard. This is the brake fitting I had to cut off. When flaring the OEM line, you have to shave off all the coating from the line down to bare metal so the jig can hold on to the line properly. Trying to do this in a wheel well sucks. Here is the hard brake line I made to connect the stainless steel inner and outer brake lines. You can buy a pre-made one from your local auto parts store and bend them however you need. The torque spec for the banjo nut that connects the brake line to the caliper is 22 foot-pounds. Make sure to finish the job while it's raining. This will make it twice as fun. Lastly, put the rotors on and calipers back. Torque the front caliper bolts to 79 foot-pounds. Torque the rear caliper bolts to 34 foot-pounds. All brake fittings, torque to 11 foot-pounds, or just tighten them snug plus half a turn. That concludes this brake changing tutorial. Come back for other DIY later. Thanks for watching.